Welcome back, everyone. We are here at a sports trend, and today I am honored and privileged to be with one of the big names of Ontario cricket. It's amazing to see everybody, and I would like to welcome first of all Shah Zafar, the president of Cricket Ontario, Mr. Mohammed Sheikh, the president of TDCA, Mr. Persaud, president of BEDCL, and Mr. Ranjit Chaudhri, president of Hamilton and Cricket League. Ranjit Bhai is having some little bit issue. He'll be back. He'll join us back. So welcome everybody to the program.
Thank you very much for having us here and share our thoughts.
Thank you. Yep.
Yes.
And at the very difficult time of everybody is facing, we would like to invite you to our program and to see what's going on, especially on the great province of Ontario. Because Ontario, the cricket in Canada is largely based on Ontario because there are big numbers. So for that, we have just a small program today, and it's one of the beginning program, and we'll have many more like that. So I would like to request Mr. Shah Zafar to first of all give us like a little bit of structure, how the cricket in Ontario works.
Well, first of all, thanks a lot for having us here and giving us the opportunity to share our organization background and organization structure and activities with the general public and throughout the world and how we're doing the things. Overall structure, I think, is an umbrella structure. We are a member of the Cricket Canada, which is the highest governing body in Canada. And under that, we will come under Cricket Ontario, which is a provincial body and authorized to run all the governing body of the cricket in Ontario. And we are recognized by the government of Ontario as a PSO, like provincial sports organization. Under us, other leagues, our members like TDCA and Toronto District Cricket Association, Brampton, ETOBICOKE Cricket League, Hamilton District Cricket League, Ottawa Valley, Scarborough, and other many leagues are the member of Cricket Ontario. So Cricket Ontario majorly runs the provincial events, right? While the local bodies usually run and manage the local events, right? So so this is what our structure is. We do not go and interfere with any of the local bodies, but we work together to run the cricket program in Ontario. So I think leagues are in better position to share with you their program structure and their program activities and all that.
Okay, thank you very much, Zafar bhai. Lots of questions. I have received lots of questions from different people. We just we're gonna take all this from all the association. But first of all, how badly cricket in Ontario has been hit by the current situation?
From the Cricket Ontario perspective only, we have been hit hard in a sense that we run our development program for the youth and women. Right, right now they have been canceled due to the circumstances that we have and the government guidelines that we follow. And we actually report to the government of what we're doing. They have been very monitoring all the situations. So all those programs has been canceled for the duration of the winter program. And summer program, we're just going to wait and see how things get shaped up and before we announce that how we are going to run our programs at that point.
Okay, great. So now we're gonna move towards the league representative. So first of question for Mr. Sheikh. What is the situation for TND? What are we looking? Are we looking for a season? We're not, because I heard like different cities, and the same question is going to be for everybody. Mohammed and then Praimp and then Ranjit bhai is I heard then the ground permits have been cancelled for indefinite or for certain. So this is something from your city by city. So TND, how does it look for TND?
So on the TND perspective, initially it was very promising to see that we did receive the permits from the city for the full season. Shortly after we got the permits, my scheduler noted some discrepancies where he said there's certain dates missing. I immediately emailed the city, and of course I got a very unfavorable auto response that sorry, we are shut down, and they had a tentative reopening date of April 5th at that time, but as we all know, it is not open. Sorry about that. The city is now reopened, and we have no official notification. But as you've heard in the news, Mayor Tory, which is primarily where the T&D permits come from, has said at least till the end of June, all activities, all permits, everything is canceled. So our schedulers are hard at work every day. Initially, they had a schedule ready for a full season. Now they're going to go back to the drawing board and make a schedule for a July-August season. And we just have to wait to see where further instructions come. But we are hoping in some way to have a season. If it means a T20 season, so be it. It might be a T20 season, but we're still hoping to salvage some of it. But we all know it's a very uncertain time that we're living through right now, and nobody can be certain of anything. But as cricket lovers here, what we want is a season and to go out there and play.
Great. Thank you, Mohammed. Praimp, how do things look like for Brampton?
Well, we are probably fortunate or unfortunate, I don't know how to put it, but like Mohammed, we received our permits from the City of Toronto. We have permits from the City of Toronto, City of Brampton, City of Burlington. We got the permits from Toronto, but as usual, Toronto asks you to pay before they give you the final permit. So I said to them, this was just as COVID was starting and getting to be rapid and increasing. So I said to them, I'm not paying this year until I know for sure that I'm going to have a permit. I don't have to look for refunds, etc. So they were off until April the 5th, as Mohammed said. So they haven't gotten back to me. But from the City of Toronto facilities that we use, we're in the same position as Mohammed. Until the city has closed everything until June, that was a definite date was given. So we have to wait and see what would happen. In the city of Brampton, however, we have been corresponding with them, and they have told us they will not issue any outdoor permits until they have decided up to what time, because their outdoor facilities have been closed until further notice. They didn't give any definitive time. But as we all know, this COVID is increasingly getting worse. So we can't see that it wouldn't go beyond June. I'm expecting this to go, maybe they're going to increase it another month or two, who knows. But we are hoping that we know we wouldn't be able to have a full season because that would have started in the second weekend of May. And we have our morning division and the afternoon division. So we're hoping that maybe we will get a half a season or less than half a season where we will have to redo our schedule, same like T&D, adjust everything, maybe cut games from 16 to 8 or 7 or 6, whatever the case may be, so we can salvage a season. What we might be more fortunate than T&D at this point, because we were supposed to have another facility with light, but then again, that may have been affected with people not being able to work together. But we do have one. So when that come up, maybe we can use the night to hold our games that we're going to lose from the morning. So if this gives us a chance, we may salvage part of a season. So we're all in the same boat, right?
Okay, great. Hey, thank you. Ranjit bhai, how things looking for Hamilton?
First of all, Farooq, thank you very much for giving this opportunity. And through your medium, through your channel, I also want to reach out to all our members who are watching. We are no different than TND or BDCL or any other league, as a matter of fact, in Ontario. We all impacted. So we are in the same boat. Our schedule was ready to go for the second week of May. That's normally when it starts. But as we all know, most of the cities have closed or canceled permits all the way to end of June. So we are hopeful that if things improve with the help of everyone, keeping the social distance and not traveling or not going out, we may be able to, start mid-July and maybe have like maybe 2/3 or half of the season. So we're no different than any other league in Ontario.
Yeah. So thanks for your comments. Back to Zafar bhai. Zafar bhai, what programs is really impacted by this And what are your plans? Like when it's open, inshallah, in either July, end of June, and future.
Our development program has a major impact on it because we cannot really train the lead guys that we have selected for the winter time. And then what happens after winter time is we go into the summer and we have an outdoor training for about a month and a half, 6 weeks or so, and then we select the team for the national championship to go. And we have our regional championship that has been canceled, that will be impacted, and the national championship it may not happen. So if that national championship happened, then it's really going to have an impact on us to select the proper team and maybe revise the selection process in order to be ready to field the team for the national championship. But our women's program for movement championship in the summertime is being impacted, and so does the youth and the senior cricket league, which we have a central T20 that might be impacted as well. So there are a lot of things in the line that will be sort of revised and reviewed, and see that how we can, as everybody else, how we can salvage those programs to continue to run.
Yeah. So one of the questions I've been getting since we announced this program yesterday is, and I'll start with you, Zafar bhai, and then all the leagues can answer this question. Is so what is the financial impact of this situation on the league, especially the fees teams are paying or they're paid? How you guys going to deal with that? Is there any clear?
Yeah, from Cricket Ontario perspective, we have seriously considered the current situation and the hardship that our participant players and their families is going through. So what we have done is we have refunded the portion of the participation fee that we usually charge for the camp to all the participants to help them out financially, because they're also going in a financial burden. And that has impacted us because we have already committed to about over $10,000 into the subsidies that we are not subsidies, but refunding the fee back to the thing. So as we go down, this is all pending on what the government funding will be coming to us at when the situation get better. That will all depend on how hard we will be hit and how hard our programs will be hit. League can speak on their own on this subject.
Yeah. So, Praimp?
Well, we as a league, being of the size we have already collected 100% of fees for both format, our T25 and our 50 overs. So we do this every year so that everybody is ready to play cricket and everybody's in good financial standing, because if you don't pay up your fees, you cannot go onto the field. So from that perspective, we would be very, very much impacted. We have ordered all the cricket balls. We have paid about $80,000 for just the cricket balls for the two formats. We will have to look at the refund policy. We will definitely not be having a full season, depending on the partiality of the season that we have and how many games we will play. We have already decided on a few formulas of how we will prorate the fees and put different propositions. We have about 3 proposals to give to our membership. Some membership may want to say, well, keep my fees and defer it to next year. Some, because of the conditions and the hardship, may want all of their fees back that is due to them. So we have worked out as a board a couple of options that we have, and we're ready and prepared, because we cannot do anything or call a full season or a partial season or no season at all until we hear from all of the cities with respect to the facilities whether they can be used. Because as you know now, there are very serious bylaws keeping people from congregating with more than 5, and you can't have a cricket game at all, period. So we will wait, as all of us are doing, to monitor the situation, to see the response from the various cities that are within our jurisdiction that we play, and then we will make the decision that is relevant to our respective leagues. So we are waiting. We have already collected our money, so we will have to be in a refund situation, period.
Okay.
And that would impact us quite a bit because we can't refund all the ball fees if we're playing part of the season. So we may make an option: you're keeping the balls and you'll keep what you have for the next season and order the remaining of the balls that you need for the other season. So we have different options about how we will handle our refund process.
So what are you going to do with that many balls, Praimp?
Well, we will give it to the clubs. If we play part of a season, each club will take the full quota of the balls. They use what they use, and then the next year order the ones that you need to complement the full season, because we have already paid for these, and that's the big impact on us, because the fees we can refund. Facilities have been cancelled, so we won't be paying the permits so that's all prorated by the city and prorated by us. So
right, thank you. Ranjit bhai, what's from your league? Is any decision you guys come up with? Okay, looks like Ranjit bhai is having some issue, and Mohammed Mohammed Ranjit bhai having some issue. There's some questions. Okay, no problem. So there's a few suggestions I have. I think Mohammed bhai is back.
Yes. Sorry, guys.
Okay, no problem. The question I was taking from all the leagues, like, because there's uncertainty and could be the season will be a little bit shorter. So what is the fee is going to happen with the fees, right? Do you guys have something decided yet?
Most definitely, there's going to be a rebate on the fees, because obviously the fees to us, the city will charge a lot less fees. And anybody that has paid so far, we've had quite a few members that have paid. Thank you very much. Your money's safe. You'll be credited back the amount of the difference. And anybody that's wondering, yes, of course, Maple Leaf, insurance, maintenance, that's a private facility, that doesn't stop, but the city fees definitely are going to be reduced. So rest assured, folks, members, you're not going to pay a full fee for half a season.
Okay, great. Ranjit bhai, the same question.
Sorry, I just lost the connection there.
No problem.
We did not collect any fee yet. Pretty well, from the middle of the March, we sort of came to know what was going on. So we, as a league, we have a very good financial system. We carry over surplus or like a work cash flow that we use to start the season. So we are not dependent on the members. So this year we have not collected any fee yet, pretty well knowing how everyone is going through the hard time. So once we know the picture is very clear, we know how much sort of season we can play, we'll reach out to the members, and the idea would be to minimize any impact and operate at a cost level this year.
Great. Due to current situation, I see a lot of organizations, they're trying to, support the community at the time of need, right? And I see a couple of clubs individually doing that. Is there any suggestion or moment right from the top, from Cricket Ontario onto the leagues? Is there anything like that? Is it in process? Or are you guys thinking about it? Or any suggestion? I'll start with Cricket Ontario. I don't know if we have a capacity of doing that.
I think we always have this program in place for subsidies for the underprivileged children to play cricket. We don't want to stop any youth from participating if they have a financial problems. So we always have that sort of structure in place. And I think when the season starts, depending on what the funding we're getting and what kind of activity we are playing, there's a possibility that we are going to extend this program to the other people as well, because everybody's going through the hardship at this particular time. So we are very cognizant of it, and we're very considerate about it, and we hopefully will contribute to the community as much as we can with the financial help.
Praimp?
We as a league deal with this So our membership fees are due from the teams, and they collect from their members. If any team has any financial issues about not being able to pay the fees up front, we deal with them and we give them an extension or give them a reduction. But like I said before we started, we have collected all of our fees from all of our members already. So at this time, with the exception of maybe 10 teams who may owe a small amount like 200, 100, 150, they have not applied for us for any financial assistance at this time. But like I said, we will be prorating our credits and refunds based on the length of any part of the season that we have. We all know we won't have a full season, and we will address it that way. But if anybody asks for any financial assistance, we always try to accommodate them. We have done that in the past, right?
Okay. Mohammed bhai?
So TDCA is taking it on a per club basis. Basically, we've just had some inquiries of clubs asking, as I mentioned in the previous comment, that is there going to be a full season? What about our fees? How do we pay? How much do we pay? No one has really reached out for any specific financial assistance, but they have said that, you know, during this time, it's hard for us to pay now, not knowing there's going to be a season. So we're okay with that.
Yeah.
But more on a community basis, you know, I think in helping the community, we haven't put out any specific initiative, but we had a few clubs actually reach out to us, making some suggestions on what we can do as far as donations. Unfortunately, when it comes to financial donation, you know, we're not in a position to take club members' money and, you know, basically donate it anywhere. But as far as offering services, we've put up a few we've posts for other organizations that have said they're offering help. We're encouraging our members to offer up, and we can see it. A lot of members are putting up. If anybody needs any groceries, if anybody needs help, nobody should be going to help to sleep hungry, etc. So we're fully involved in that.
Okay, great. Ranjit bhai, any initiative from your league to reach out the community?
Maybe the clubs or the members or the players are doing something on their own, but from the league perspective, yes, we haven't done anything, but that doesn't mean we're not open to anything. What our message has been throughout this unprecedented time is to keep our players, their families, and the friends safe by constantly staying in touch through Facebook and through communication with the members, providing the support and encouragement in these tough times. But as far as the initiative is concerned, from the league perspective, there is none. But we are open to anything that we can do. Privately, personally, like everyone is doing what they can. The foremost importance that I give, and I try to reach out to the members through our executive body as well as to the executive of the clubs, is to reiterate to the members to observe the social distancing, do whatever they can to flatten the curve, and so that everyone, we can get it out of this sooner than later. So that is what the league has been doing.
Farouk,
yes.
I'd like to add one thing. Mohammed brought it to my attention. One thing I would like to say is, and Ranjit, looking at Facebook, I have seen a lot of our BDCL clubs that belong to, say, like the Sheikh committee or any of the other communities are doing a lot on their own of organizing food banks and food houses and delivering it to people who are in need. So from that respect, our clubs and teams and different communities that are part of our league, they're all doing that type of humanity.
Okay, great. Thank you. Sorry, I should have mentioned it in the beginning of the program. Like the format of our program is, because there are 6 leagues under Cricket Ontario. 3 of the presidents are here, and 3 of them will be joining us in the later part of the program. And I heard like Praimp and Ranjit bhai will be, taking leave from us when the other presidents come. And I will request Mohammed, because he is going forth. So back and forth, that if he can stay, and then we'll take longer. There is a question.
COVID is affecting right now. It's actually work calls coming in and out. So.
Oh, okay. No problem. Take your time. So I had some questions before the program, and then there's some comments coming. I would take that question because we have a couple of minutes before I let these two gentlemen go, or when the other presidents join. So the president of Mississauga Cricket Club will join us in a moment. The president of Scarborough Cricket Association will join us, and the president of Ottawa Valley Cricket Association will join us in momentarily. So the two most questions I have is one of the I think there are a lot of demand for the youth league within the leagues. The youth section. If Zafar Bhai, if there is something, it's under consideration for mandatory for all the leagues, or is it
But
depending on the leagues yet?
it's kind of hard to put down that it's a mandatory thing. I think TDCA is
Okay.
leading in this particular sector. They have a youth league going for a sort of long time, and Mohammed can perhaps highlight that area while doing it. I think Praimp is also making some initiative onto that. So each league can respond to that. What we do is that we just do a regional tournament, and we pick the best player from each league, wherever the junior leagues are, and select the players and have them play in one platform. So league in a better position to respond to that, to what their initiatives are in these circumstances. Yes, we definitely like to see more junior leagues are running, but it depends on the area and the capacity of the community that they are juniors available or not.
Mohammed,
Okay.
Mohammed, you want to take that for us, buddy? You're the one that's leading with youth development.
Mohammed
Yeah,
already
so-
had a league, right?
Like I said, youth cricket in TND is very important for us, and we've kept it going. We're actually happy to see many of the other leagues starting to pitch in with junior cricket. Scarborough League for the past couple of years have started a junior program. MCL, I hear, is either started or trying to start. HTCL, I know with a little bit with vicinity and travel, and they cover a very big region, might be more difficult for them. But I would really like to see BDCL step up in that range, and get the kids playing, so it's easier for them to travel, and for the coaches, they don't have to go from Sunnybrook to Ross Lord and different places. At least they can stay close to home. So yeah, it's very near and dear to our heart. Even though I'm a very young individual, I did play in T&D's junior league myself. So it's been going on for a very, very, very long time, and we hope that it'll continue for a very, very long time. And we have no plans to ever take away from that. Junior cricket will always be a priority for us, and we'll try and do everything and anything we can to keep it going. I mean, I can't satisfy everybody else, but we are trying to keep the quality there.
Farouk Bhai, in 2020, we were planning to launch a second level of taking BDCL to higher height by announcing our formation of our youth league, a women league, and a senior division league. Unfortunately, with the conditions that we're facing, we have made that announcement at our AGM. We have sent out mass emails to our membership. We don't want to launch a youth league or a women league that impedes on the existing youth league, like TND has, as Mohammed has said. It's the only league that's been there, that has been fueling youth development and moving youths forward from the league level into the provincial level and further. If we start a youth league, we want that youth league to be solely youths coming out from within the jurisdictions that we are. And if, like Mohammed said, there are youths playing in TND, they don't want to go across all of that distance to travel. As you know, our facilities are now better. They're at a stage where we can bring in our youths and have them playing on good facilities. So we were going to launch a youth league and a request for youths within our jurisdiction to come forward to start a youth league. I know a few academies had personally asked me. They're in these areas and they wanted if I would start a youth league. We were going to do that. I was setting up to start a women's league and a senior league that would play during the week, not on the weekends, because all of our facilities are saturated. But if the seniors were able to put together events that they want to play during the week, I was going to support that. So we were going to launch a senior league, a junior league, and a women league. But 2020, but we might still be able to do that if we have any part of a season coming. As Mohammed
Sorry to interrupt, but I got one request here. Some of the questions coming up, I'm actually seeing them also. And maybe if you could let the viewers know that this is a very good platform you've set up here. If we could maybe reconvene at another time to answer those questions, maybe within a couple of weeks. Right now, we can keep the topic to COVID-19 and the impacts and what we plan on doing with the season. But we would definitely like to answer the membership questions, such as condition of grounds or when they'll be repaired or banquets and etc. So maybe
Mohammed, you're wearing a GT20 shirt. So people are asking, like, is there any update on GT20?
So yeah. GT20 unfortunately is in the same boat as everybody else. ICC is involved. There'll be no, even if ICC sanctions the event, no one's going to let you play it here. GT20 organizers are doing their utmost best to have some sort of season at some point, but just like everyone else, they're waiting to see when they clear. They're going ahead to plan as if it's going to happen. Unfortunately, it was scheduled for June 25th, but that's.
I can also throw some light on that because it's in the city of Brampton, and I have to deal with the displacements of all of our fields that, well, CAA that's going to be used this year, not only 2 fields, but all 3 fields. But as I was informed by the city, they were going to start early to start building the stands up again. But I think because of COVID, that ain't gonna happen. That is not.
Let me say, Praimp, to have an event like the GT20, a little bit of sacrifice at the league level is beneficial to all of Canadian cricket. We should not be looking at a smaller impact. I think we should look at the city to say, provide us a few more facilities. If you're taking away 3 grounds from me for GT20 and other international events, provide us with some other facilities in lieu of that. I don't think we should be fighting them to say, let's not give them the ground because my league is being impacted.
I think the G20 topic will take it off. Like, we're going to do another program. I'm in talk with the president of, the GT20. They are agreed to come on our program, and we'll talk about that. And I see there is other guests already lined up to join. Welcome, Zahoor, but the president MCL, and then 2 of the presidents are on the line. So I'm just going to take, the closing comments from Ranjit Bhai and Praimp. First of all, thank you very much to joining us for today's program. I know it's a very short time, but we'll definitely do another program for that. So Ranjit Bhai, first a very quick response on the junior league, if there's any plan, and then closing comments from you.
Faruq Bhai, I don't know if you can.
We are having a little bit of technical issues with Ranjit Bhai connection. So Ranjit, go ahead. Sorry, Praimp, go ahead.
Okay, to wrap this up from BDCL's perspective, as I said, and to all of our members, if they're listening to this broadcast, we're doing the best that we can to monitor the situation, and we will have in place our refund policies, depending on whether we have no season, part of a season, or whatever they may be, right? Just to close on that point that Mohammed made at the end, I don't know why he went there. We are the first one that is supporting GT20 because it's in Brampton, and we have made all of our sacrifices last year, and we're going to be making the same sacrifices this year. The point I was trying to make is that for this year, GT20 was going to be proactive in building their stands and what was taken down last year to be ahead of the curve and not to be in the position they were. But that has been impeded by the COVID because construction workers can be working together because you can't be 6 feet apart. So that's the point I was trying to make, not about accommodating it or not accommodating it. We all want the best for cricket, and bringing GT20 to Brampton was a huge thing for us. I don't have to be misconstrued.
No problem. Like we have the GT20 is like another topic, and we will definitely gonna have like a huge talk about it. So Praimp, thank you very much for coming. I know it's a very short time to discuss all that, but a lot of people wanted to know. So Praimp, thank you very much from your side, and we definitely would love to have you back sometime.
I didn't see the questions where Mohammed was seeing, but that's cool. We will talk about. So Farouk Bhai, thanks for having us, and thanks for giving us this medium.
Thanks to Zafar. He's the one who brought everybody together.
Okay, thanks, Shaji. So, now I will sign out from the meeting. I just have to find where to leave the meeting. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. We having some small technical issues. Till then, I'm gonna add our friends, and I have um, Pavanveer Singh from OVCC Oakville. Sorry, not Oakville. Ottawa Valley. Thank you
Ottawa,
very
yeah.
much for joining. Shiva from Scarborough. Welcome, and Zahoor. So these three guests that joined. Thank you very much for your patience and for your for your time. We have the very successful first half of this program, as we started about this very current issue. Thank you very much. Special thank to Shah Zafar to brought everybody together at this platform. Mohammed is on and off because of his work. He's on call right now. So first of all, welcome Shiva and Zahoor and Praimp. Um, Zafar bhai, your team is complete now. You have three people before your very active leagues from Ontario, and now here are the three other guys, the young and energetic ones.
Like Alex said, thanks a lot for providing the opportunity for all our members to share their thoughts and their programs, activities during this difficult time, that what their strategies are for going forward. And I'm very happy that the not the only big three you call it, but I think is everybody is a big in our league. Every member has their own activities and their own platform within their own capacity they run. So we all appreciate on behalf of Cricket Ontario and behalf of the membership that opportunity is given to us, and I hope in future we will continue to do so. So there was a good discussion earlier. What we discussed basically earlier for these gentlemen is that we share our strategical program, how we're going forward. So Mr. Siddiqui has some question to go forward from here. So I think we can continue.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with Pavanveer. You know, like he's our guest because like he's joining us from very far, all the way from Ottawa, right, Pavanveer? So the question is like how hard your league has been hit by this situation, and what is your plan, and especially like the ground permits and all that. How are you dealing with those situations?
So as everybody knows, first of all, thank you very much for hosting us, Farooq Sab, and Shah Zafar taking initiative on that, CCO president. And thank you very much for inviting us to discuss this important issue. In Ottawa, I think in Ottawa very high. City has already put some conditions here that when the fields are going to be available and how things are going to be taken, necessary steps are going to be taken. So the way we are dealing right now is we're looking for protocols, bigger picture. We're looking for protocols from the federal government, provincial government, and then municipality government, that what steps we're going to take, because Ottawa is very complicated. Being into municipal government, they take their own rules, so there are a lot of things which we have to take in consideration, but we are taking necessary steps the way all the information has been provided to our league from the health officials and from the city of Ottawa. Our schedule is not going to be, our schedule was ready pretty much, and unfortunately because of coronavirus, we already have rescheduled a lot of stuff, and we are still coping up with a lot of requests which have come to us. So long story short, we have backup plans regarding our scheduling, regarding the healthcare of our players, that whether they should be going on the field or not, whether tournaments, the big tournaments we host here in Ottawa, like OPL, OFCC, some of the tournaments we are looking and we are keeping an eye, and we will look forward what all the information comes moving forward, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, Zahoor, what's the situation in Mississauga?
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank Cricket Ontario, Shah Zafar, for arranging this, and Farooq Bhai, to you as well, because you are always there to highlight all the cricketing events in Toronto and in GTA mostly. So really commend on your effort in this regard. because of your medium, lots of people will be getting the information that they will be looking for, and they can also ask questions in the future as well. So from my city perspective, I would like to say we are like in the same boat at the moment. However, we have not heard anything back from the city of Mississauga. We have all the permits that we had been allocated for the season, and we were working on different plans with the city for the maintenance side of it as well. We had various things that were planned. So I think because everything was closed till April the 5th, we have to get the latest information from April 6th from the city, what's going to happen and what's the new plans for the rest of the season. But what I see as the things are unfolding, that we are tightly coupled with the schools, because the schools are extended till the April, May 4th. So my suspect is like nothing's going to happen until the May 4th. And then if there is any maintenance is required, and then the extension or cancellation is required in those permits, this is going to happen.
All right, thank you. Shiva, how's the Scarborough League coping up with all this situation?
First of all, thank you for having me on here and hosting such a program to unite us all and get our message to our members. And most importantly, Shah Zafar, thank you for hosting us and inviting us to be in this program. Farouk, in terms of SCA, back in February, we actually canceled all our executive meetings in person and also league meetings because we foresaw what was happening around the world. And at that time, the executive of SCA agreed that humanity was actually the most important thing and became secondary. And we all united on that. So since our operation has been on hold, today I actually permit for 2020 season from the city of Toronto, although we know that the grounds are not open the fields are not open as yet. I mean, all of my fellow colleagues have mentioned this already. So the policy with the city of Toronto is they up front, and then you get your reimbursement for days that are not being used. The city of Toronto. So our junior programs that we had, development programs that was happening indoors, our women's development program has actually been on hold.
I think we're having some little bit issue with Shiva. We are not. Your mic is mute, Shiva. We cannot hear you.
You've gone on mute.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, while he's on mute, Farouk, if you let me speak for a minute. Again, I have to run off, so I'd like to thank you for having me in both portions. Good luck to all of us. Good luck to all the leagues in, at least hoping to get some season, because we all know how cricket crazy our members are, and we just want to get through this tough time. And let everybody and all your members know that we're all here for each other and we're all here to support them. And may we come through this.
Absolutely. In this time, I would say, Mr. Sheikh, that we have to. This is the opportunity to get together in this pressing time. And whatever
Stay
we have,
6 feet away from me.
Yes, we are. But let's help each other wherever we can, and then have something going on this season.
Of course. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed.
Can I address one of the questions the person has asked? And it's kind of important to address it right now. John Palmer has asked about including the Canadian College cricket representative into this program. I'd just like to mention that the response to that is that the Canadian College cricket is one of the major, the portion of major representative of Cricket Ontario, or part of the Cricket Ontario. And this program is exclusively designed for the leagues they are running on a non-normal basis in cities to share their structure, share their thoughts about their strategies for the coming up program, because of their impacted much more. So for that reason, we have not invited the Canadian College Cricket into this program, because we wanted local leagues to share their thoughts and communicate to other people. But in future, when we have a more activities, in future, when we have a more opportunity to plan out the activities, then definitely Canadian College Cricket will be presented in this program.
Sure. And just for the John's comment, can Canadian college cricket, they had a whole 1 hour program when they came back from Florida. So they did have their share, and then a lot of information share. So my question is with MCL, Ottawa, and Shiva is, we had this question in the earlier part too, that, okay, so pretty much most of the teams have paid their dues and all those things. What will be the restructuring of dues, and how you're going to deal with this situation? Because we got this question from quite a few members from different leagues. We'll start from Pavanveer. Pavan, are you hearing me?
Yes, I am. I hope you guys are hearing me too.
Yes.
Again, our body is CCO. CCO is aware of all the situation, what's going on in all the leagues and in Ontario, what's happening. A relief in fee structure will be obviously is going to benefit, and then we can also give those to our own league. So it'll be a good idea, but I'll go by whatever our president Shah Zafar has to the plans and whatever they have. I'm pretty sure as a executive members they have planned something out where they can some kind of ideas where how the leagues can be benefit, and so all those kind of stuff. But yes, in the end, yes, all the benefits what we can get through this will help the league and the members to cope up. Yes, for sure, because a lot of players, especially in Ottawa, a lot of players, they do government job, they do a lot of stuff, they have family obligations, and yes, it's a service sector. I do understand that, but there's a lot of immigrants too. They cannot afford sometimes a lot of sports. So yeah, it's going to be hard. But yeah, whatever benefits we can get from CCO or mother body in Ontario, we'll be happy. And I'm in full support with what they decide as executives.
Okay, Shiva, are you hearing us? Okay, Shiva, I have some. So Zahoor,
Okay.
would like to answer the question?
I want to add, I think Pavanveer got this question not right. What Pavanveer Farooq is asking about our members who are the club members who have registered with the leagues, they will be asking for some sort of reforms because we are having a partial league tournaments in our season. So in this perspective, I would say that obviously we'll have those refunds or credit policy in place based on the number of games they play. So we have everything in place. The good thing is, like we are working on night cricket as well over here. So and we have the permits for the weekdays as well. So hopefully, if something goes wrong, worst come worst, we have the lights on, and then we will play all 7 days a week. So that's
my bad. My bad if I heard the question wrong. I thought it's coming. Anyways, the way I heard was that.
But your answer was correct as well in your sense, because if we collect less, obviously Cricket Ontario will have mercy on us at the same time.
Exactly. So
I want to know you guys will return the money or not.
Let me address that thing as we go on. I think when you raise the good questions about it, Cricket Ontario is not going to be sitting there with the open bag and punishing you guys for the shorter season. I think we at the last board meeting we did discuss this situation. That current situation we have to consider how the leagues are, how the league's income is coming from and the membership is down. So at this particular, it would be premature for me to say that yes, we will cut down the fee for this percentage or this percentage. But as we go along and see when the season is open, how far the season is salvaged by each league, right? Then the board will make a decision to see how much flexibility they can have or the reduction in the fees at that particular time. So hope is always there. We all live with the hope. So don't lose your hope that we are not going to, we're going to be hard on you. No, it's not the case. Any way, shape, or form, we are there to help out and we are there to work together. So
and
will come as a consensus of all the league members before we go anywhere.
Before I take Shiva, are you able to say something now? Shiva?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. So we would like to take your answer on this
question. Perfect.
whatever, how the fee structure is going to work for you guys? Are you going to just imply with whatever the Cricket Ontario will tell you, or you just going to come up with your own ideas?
No, Scarborough Cricket Association have our own ideas right now. Cricket Ontario is managing their financial arrangements. For us, we will look at our operations if and when our season are able to start, and we will look at the costs that's associated. So far, we've had over 60 senior teams registered in our league. We also have over 5 women teams, which is a growth, and we have close to 9 junior teams in under 14 and under 17 enrolled with us. So if and when we do have cricket, we will look at the operational costs that we have as a league, and then we will look at in the fees that were paid for the full season by our members, and then we can discuss possibly refunding for this year or carrying forward for next year. And as a league, we're also looking at how we can provide any financial assistance to their needs in terms of fees as well, because we know it's a very difficult financial situation for families as well that are affected. And we want to make sure that finance is not a barrier for cricket, so everyone has an opportunity to participate regardless of financial situation.
Okay, great.
And I'll like to make a point on that, but yeah, I again as a league, yes, we have our own protocols. How we're going to take care of the fee structure here. We're going to take care of financial point of view. We just had board meeting just a week ago where we discussed about all this precautions, what we're going to do, how long this thing is going to take care of, and those necessary decisions definitely is going to be made by league. League will be benefited financially or somewhere else. We are looking into all those kind of stuff, all those kind of protocols.
While I have you here, there's a question from Ottawa. I know this guy, he is in Ottawa. So there's a question for you, Pavanveer. So you'd like to answer this? I have a question for OVCC president. When will we have a youth program in Ottawa like there are in GTA?
Sorry, so youth program in GTA, I'm not aware how big it is, but in Ottawa, we are a very small community. We have only one youth program, and our youth program here, we are still in developing process. It's up and go. It depends upon different immigrants when they come, especially people from high commissions when they're posted here. Their kids come, they play. Some kids when they come from young age, from Caribbean or different part of the world. We have very limited youth program here in Ottawa, and rest of as compared to GTA or Southern Ontario, we have very limited. But yes, we do have tournaments for we have different tournaments here in Ottawa which we call OPL, which we call OFCC friendly cups, different regions, different communities. OPL is something just like G20. We have different owners here. We do all those kinds of private tournaments where juniors get chance, the youth get chance to play in those kind of tournaments, just like that. In general, we don't have such programs as compared to Toronto or Mississauga or Brampton or Etobicoke. We don't have those kind of big programs in here. So we don't have any set plans for youth program in that sense.
The same question we asked the other league presidents too. The TND already have a youth program. Mississauga and Scarborough, do you guys have any plan to start a youth league pretty soon?
For MCL, we already working on this season. We had a plan for junior league. We actually already advertised it from U13 to U19, and we had about 6 teams as well for a junior program. And then in addition to that, we took a one step ahead and launched our academy as well, so that we can even train our youth that are there, that they require professional training. And we had one team specialist for this job. So we have all the plan. Unfortunately, the things are not moving well at the moment. And we also did some school program promotions programs as well. And we still have for this year, we'll go to schools and promote cricket in that regard, and then bring them out all the youth for the junior in Mississauga. So this is what we are working on for a junior level, and we in a season level, as you know, it's been going to be impacted big time. Fortunately, we were blessed with lots of new clubs this year. Just want to give you highlights that we have about 96 teams in Mississauga Cricket League at the moment. So one of the fastest, I would say, growing league in Mississauga that has attracted a lot of clubs to play in Mississauga. So we are, I think, the only one that have all formats. We have 100 formats. We have T20 format. We have T25 format. And this year we are launching 50 hours format as well. Plus on top, we are doing day and night as well, as I mentioned before. So we are working really hard on this, promoting cricket in Mississauga at all levels.
All right, thank you. Scarborough, any plans for junior league?
Yes, Rick. Well, we do have a currently running for the past 5 years. We've had a junior program that's been running in Scarborough. We continue to promote that. We actually started an initiative last year of developing juniors so we work with children who do not play, youths, both boys and girls. We work with them at no cost to themselves or their family as a development program. And we had that happening since December. But unfortunately, we've been having turnout, and since 19 measures came out, the city of Toronto actually closed their facilities. So that is on hold until we get further notice. So as going forward, we will continue to have junior programs. We feel that's a very essential part of our association. As a matter of fact, I was a junior in the Scarborough program, and today I'm the president. And I know Pavan from OVCC, you've been asked many times about a junior program. We'll be happy to playing games against us. You're able to put together a team. We can visit each other every weekend, once or twice a summer. So that is something we can in the development of juniors in your association as well.
Great, thank you.
Sure. Any given day.
Great. So yeah, it's going good. So as we ask this question to other leagues too, we can ask so at this time of need and in this time of crisis, is your league taking any initiative to reach out communities and help them out, right? And any on a league level or any club level, are you guys doing anything, or there is any suggestion floating in your association or clubs? Let's start from MCL.
Well, so far as
from our end, we are actually working to promote and keep our members motivated and thinking positive. We have started a challenge of staying at home and stay safe, fitness challenge for all our members to keep engaging them within home and then keep them fit. So this is one of the things that we are encouraging to our members to stay fit and stay hopeful. And at the same time, we are reaching out to all the food banks as well, and then giving the charities out.
Great, thank you. Pavanveer, anything from Ottawa?
Yeah, so for our league, we are sending emails to our league members, all the clubs. Same thing as giving the positive message. Whatever information we get from provincial government or federal government, we are providing them all the information. Even though in community level, we're also sending emails that stay home, stay safe, distancing, stay. If you need to go out, please go out for necessary stuff, essential stuff. Otherwise, you don't need to go out. So we are providing a positive message to all the members, and we are encouraging them to forward those messages to their community or to whatever necessary avenues they can.
Okay, thank you. Shiva? Okay, I think Shiva's
His mic is again on mute.
Okay, so I think he has a little bit issue. But it was good because see all these viewers, there's all these talk and ask about their junior programs and their reaching out to communities, just not to talk, is just to show like the sportsman and sports, the field of people who are involved in sports, and especially cricket. They are involved in the grassroots of community, right? And they are there on a good time, and they are also there on the crisis time. So Shiva, if you can hear us, I think he can hear us, but your mic is mute again. We just wanted to know if you can
I'll
add
just
something. If
step in
not,
for a
then
while. Farooq bhai, I think what the question regarding the helping out the community, from Cricket Ontario perspective, all our league, I'm expecting all our league are very sensitive about this issue. We're helping out to the league, but due to the circumstances, nobody actually are going out anywhere because they've been blocked out.
yeah,
But where will it matter most? When the season kicks in again. That is where it's
sure,
matter. That is where the people are going to be hit with the participation fee and the other membership fee and membership dues and the expenses of kids playing cricket, right? From Cricket Ontario perspective, I'm pretty sure that whenever our program is running, either it's going to be run on the subsidies, right, or it's going to be run by the funding that we're going to get from it. So we are going to, the effort in order to not to charge anybody any money to do the participation, especially the underprivileged people who are going through this current hardship. So I think the question will be more relevant when we comes to the start of the program and in the next program that we have to see what our situations are, where we stand, and what program we're running it, and then we can advise people on how they can participate into it. But one thing I like to assure that any kid who will be selected to participate in Cricket Ontario activities would not be put to the task where they must have to pay for it.
Very
okay,
good.
this is great initiative, great initiative. So at that point, there is a lot of questions I received personally. They're not on the common, but they're not much related to the current situation. So we will hold off to those questions, and I would request Mr. Shah Zafar. This is a great initiative, and there are a lot of things people want to talk about, but it's mainly they're related to leagues and all that. So I would like to welcome you guys again, to have these questions, and we'll have an open forum. People can ask questions. So it'll be great. So we almost passed an hour for this transmission. So I just want to take like your closing remarks from. We start from Shiva because we lost Shiva on the previous time to Shiva. Any closing remarks for that? And would love to have you back next time in this program.
Of course, Farouk, I'm actually getting alarmed because I use Zoom and it keeps getting me locked out to my computer because it's fighting for the mic. So I'm learning as well to be on the broadcast. I must say
No problem.
thank you for facilitating the opportunity for us to be in contact. Shah Zafar, thank you, sir, for arranging this and putting everybody in place, and for the leadership of Cricket Ontario. I mean, it's a pleasure working with you on both as a league and as a board member. Going forward, we just want to make sure everyone stays safe and their family is healthy. We do look forward to a very optimistic that cricket will play this year. We want to make sure that the priority is families' well-being and our members' well-being. So with that, we look forward to being in a future program with you, Farouk. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. Pavanveer, your closing remarks, please.
I would like to thank again you and CCO President Shah Zafar for taking this opportunity and including all the leagues and asking their concerns, what they are, and how we are coping up with things. Thank you very much. We are taking a very positive note in our league, and hopefully, God bless everybody and our league too. We will pass through this smoothly. Hopefully, with God grace. But yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you. Zahoor?
I would also like to thank you, Farouk, one more time, and Shaji for arranging this amazing online session. My message is for my members and the community members and my club members that stay strong, stay home, and keep looking forward and stay active. And we will, pass through this difficult time. and there's always light after the tunnel. So just be hopeful and follow the city's guidelines and government's guideline, and stay home and only go out when necessary. So that's all I would like to say. We will have a season no matter what, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Zafar bhai.
My thoughts will be that I just like to encourage all the members of my my league, my association, and the parents and the players, and the women's players, the senior players, everybody who's like to play cricket and is involved in the cricket in Toronto and in the Ontario, that Cricket Ontario like to see that you stay positive, right? Stay indoor, stay safe, and don't worry about the future, what it's going to look like, because we're all going through this. We're all going to get out of it, right? And when the season starts, you're all going to play cricket, regardless of it, what it is. There will be no burden on you financially to play cricket, but we're all there to help each other out. So stay positive, stay indoor.
Right. Thank you very much once again. Thank you very much, Shiva, Pavanveer, Zahoor, and a special thank to Zafar bhai. You know, it was really hard for me to get all the big guns of Ontario cricket under one program at the same time. But Zafar bhai, did it very comfortably. That's why he's the president of Cricket Ontario.
Yeah, really.
I like to cut you off and say something. This was your initiative, your thought to run this program. So I don't deserve the credit for what you thought of it and your initiative for it. I only help out with coordination of my league members and giving them an opportunity to come. So you deserve all the credit for initiating this program and this project. And I hope that you continue that in every couple of months, so at least people have chance to express their opinion onto it and share their thoughts and their league planning, what they're going forward, and everybody can hear it into this. So thank you very much on behalf of the league and behalf of myself personally for initiating this idea and making it work.
Yep. Thank you, Mohammed. Definitely, because there are a lot of people who want to hear from from the top of the Cricket Ontario, from top of each league. So we did talk about current situation, and at this time, it's very important, not just for the Ontario cricket, from the whole every single province cricket. Like we stay positive, stay together, and that's why we started this program. And let's see, we'll go to province by province, and we'll try to conduct this program. But Ontario is very important. I live in Ontario too, so my my sentiments are with Ontario very strongly. So, but thank you very much, everybody, to come together for this program. And I hope the viewers have heard some positive news, especially all the financial burdens will not be really, will not be burdening everybody when we have this season. And inshallah, with God will, everybody stay safe and stay inside. And as the word says, and everybody say follow the government directives, because this is all for our good. With that, I'm gonna sign off from the program, and hopefully soon, not in a couple of months, maybe sooner than that, Zafar bhai, we'll all get together again, and when we have a positive update about everything. So
Inshallah,
with that, I'm gonna.
Inshallah.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
very
Pawan.
much.
Nice to see
Thank
you.
you. Yeah, same here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
Okay.